Bright Star. You know the musical Bright Star. Steve Martin did some of the music, and
Oh.
Edie Brickell. And anyway, there's a scene in there, and that character that I played was the mayor of this town, and his son and this girl have a baby, and the girl's on the wrong side of the tracks, and so my guy wants to get rid of the baby, and I'm not going to give away too much of the plot, but I throw the baby off a train. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was. I mean, it was bad. It's the way that the act ends, and then so how do you come back from that? How do you get an audience's sympathy when you just did that? And for me, it was a matter of, and the next time we see him is some months later, and the scene is not necessarily written for him to be as contrite, but you know how you play the scene. I was playing it with the actor that played my son, and it's the approach that you take to trying to deal with the moment.
Yeah.
And if it's with contrition, I mean, it's not like you break down. It's just something that's internal that comes through because you allow it to. You can't generate it, you know. But anyway, that kind of thing to me is what will keep people engaged with the character, even a character they don't like. And so they'll still stay engaged with the story, and I think it enriches the experience because we begin to realize that the evil people in our lives still are people, you know?
Yeah. And those moments where you recognize a little bit of yourself in that person, not necessarily the evil, but when you realize how much you have in common with people that even you may not have thought of, well, I'm not like that person, but it really does. It puts us in touch with humanity. I think it's storytelling in general, but there's so many different aspects of it, whether it's books or film or art, theater, there's so many, and music, it's all story, but being able to really engage with our community and with other people on a different level, to me, is so important. The way that we see people and our understanding of people. And I think it's just such a deeper thing. It's not just entertainment. So I always hate when we approach it something just for entertainment value, which there's value in that too. And it's a beautiful thing, but really the way that the lens in which we view our world, to me, is so important.
Well, and the willingness, I think as an actor, it's been so much more fun for me to allow myself to go through a lot of those experiences, to actually try to put myself in the place of this person, and to let that, I don't want to sound grandiose, but to let it live in you, so you can experience that. And it enriches me as a person, and then hopefully enriches my ability as an actor to portray a character in a way that is going to enrich the person who's watching the scene or the story or whatever, actually get engaged. I really think that so much of acting is so subconscious, and it goes on. By definition, since it's subconscious, we can't control it, but when it's at its richest, all those things happen and you don't even perceive the different things that are going on, all the different little facial things or verbal things or physical things, because they're subconscious. They're happening on that level, and the audience receives that, I think, on that level. They receive it subconsciously. They're not sitting there going, "Oh, you see his eye twitch like that." You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's so fun to allow, because that to me is the most exciting part of acting.